We had talked several times about doing various things like cruises or other vacations, and it never really got past the talking about it. You know how you get the big ideas, and you go, oh, we're totally gonna do that, and then, oh, the phone rings, or you get an email and say, well, oh, wait, you can't, we have to do this instead. But this was a different situation this time. You know that certain things are good for you and that you should be doing them, and you find all the reasons in the world not to do them, and that's where we were. We were all about the message of play and transformation through play and the importance of play, and we never found time, hardly ever, to play.
We went, okay, game on. Now it's in the future calling to you. So in the midst of all the crazy and late nights and running from one place to another, knowing that's gonna happen. There will be space at some point coming.
Not at some point. Every day she'd go, 13 more days, 12 more days to Punta Cana. Next week we're going to Punta Cana.
And I would continue to watch and rewatch videos.
She went to Punta Cana every day from the time that we signed up.
In my head, in my mind.
And once we had done it, we're thinking, why was that so hard? Somehow we felt like if we just kept working, then everything would solve itself and we'd feel better.
Or eventually, someday, we'll have that time when now we've worked enough and we've got settled enough, we can take that time.
But we were actually creating more work for ourselves.
Yeah. So what we realize is we're being run by this hidden belief in our culture that you have to work as hard as you can and keep cracking the whip, and to take time out for yourself and spend money to, for a vacation or for where you're going to give yourself time to play, that's a luxury.
I think you really hit it. It's that feeling that it's almost like you feel like out of integrity to think about taking a vacation.
Yeah.
I've got so much to do. It's not responsible for me to take a vacation when you don't realize that you're actually hurting your results, you're hurting your impact, You're hurting everything when you don't take that break and play.
So the day that we were to leave for Punta Cana, I actually had a doctor's appointment, and I remember it's the first time I was going to this particular doctor's office, and I remember how I felt just so heavy, my body so heavy, so wound up, so stressed. But I was walking to that same doctor's office just yesterday, and I was feeling so light, so free, so on fire, and I realized, oh my gosh, I'm a different person. I'm a completely different person right now. And the doctor was astounded at the transformation that happened since I had seen her 2 months earlier. So here's the moment, all right? So now we've been on the plane, we're excited. It was really enjoyable, it flew by. It flew by.
One of my things about traveling internationally is that I feel like, oh, this is going to be a hassle once we get to the airport, but all those things. This was the easiest international thing ever. We get in there, there's music playing, it's a neat little place with these big huge fans.
Live band playing to greet you.
All the people, normally you go to like where you have to put in paperwork and everybody's just like, yeah, they're checking it out. Everybody's smiling and happy and it's just like, wow, oh my gosh, from the first moment, you feel like, well, this was a really good idea.
Yeah. We were VIP, so they carded us directly with our stuff, just us, directly to the VIP area to get checked in, and just such lovely smiles. Everybody, lovely smiles.
They really are all about taking care of you, making sure. At first you kind of feel like, okay, they're just doing the whole welcome niceness, but it's all, the whole time it's like that. Where they put the VIP people, that's right by the ocean. So you walk out the door and you take a few steps and you're right there on the most glorious beach. To go VIP Platinum is awesome. You're so taken care of. You get your own little space in the sun underneath the thatch huts or thatch things, big thatch umbrellas,
What do they call it?
Big comfy couches. I mean, you get really soon that, wow, I am royalty for this time here.
Oh yeah, because again, what's amazing is that it literally is from your door when you leave at home to go there and then come back. It's like that package is covered. I'm just, oh my gosh, Bob, we're here, and it looks like the videos, it's even was.
This is no exaggeration.
It's even better than the pictures. Oh my gosh. Because we were VIP in the bungalow suite, we just had primo positioning where we had this little patio right outside the suite that you sat in and drink from coconuts or be served room service 24/7, and you see the beach right there, and it's so close.
I think if all we got from this entire vacation was that moment on the beach, it would have been worth it to Lynn.
Yes.
We could have done nothing but stay on the beach, and we did so much more. But if it was just the beach and those umbrellas, Lynn would have been like, this was so worth it.
It was amazing. Or just space. I knew I need space. I just want to lay out there and let go and release. And
That's what she did.
that's what she did.
I'm telling you, the first time we walked into that main restaurant with the buffet, and we're just going,
I couldn't believe buffet.
I just was taking out the camera immediately, taking pictures of stuff because it was so huge. And the food was good, a huge variety, and the service, of course, was great. You sit down, they're right there.
In the restaurants, they had a Chinese restaurant, a Japanese restaurant, teppanyaki, which is like Benihana's type. They had a steakhouse. They had this luxurious French gourmet restaurant that was amazing. Oh, there's 9 restaurants. I felt like in the process of this last 2.5 years being so stressed, so wound up, like I lost myself for who I was. I'm like, who am I anymore? I feel like I lost this deep connection to Earth and my purpose and what I want. It just felt like it was distant, like I was becoming this other person. And so I felt like I completely disconnected from myself and had lost who I was in the process of being so wound up and stressed. And it was extraordinary because by having that space, by being in this magical place in Punta Cana, it was like a spiritual experience. I was telling Bob, I could feel all this energy coming through me, flowing through me and being released. It was almost like Punta Cana said, here, just give it to us. We'll take it away from you. And I just, and I got to really feel who I was again and see who I was again. I got to see what's possible, even see who I am even greater than I had before. From the moment that we walked on that beach, we said, oh yeah, we are bringing people back here with us. Even if they just wanted to come and have a great time and everything being all-inclusive, awesome. But to also know along with that, to use that we could hang out together and to use it as a tool for transformation, because that's absolutely what it was for us. I love too that I was out there at night. We went out there together, sometimes me by myself, and would just lie out there at midnight under the stars.
We literally fell asleep under the stars on the beach.
Yep.
Come on.
In that bed in the...
Come on.
They have a live band that plays every night.
Takes a lot to get me to go dance. I had been to places that had, dolphin excursions, but I just never felt the pull. But Lynn was like, oh, we're totally having a dolphin experience, and not just touching them she wanted to dance, swim, the whole thing with them. And we found this amazing excursion where we got to get in the water with them, and they'd come right up to us and swim by us. We could touch them. They kissed us. They gave us rides. I mean, it was really an amazing experience to be so close to those creatures that I really only had seen, from a distance.
And I was surprised at how much interaction we had. It was amazing.
When we were considering excursions, the whole idea of ziplining came up, and immediately I'm like,
No.
yeah, that sounds... And she's like, oh, we have to. I'm like, okay, if you say we have to. I didn't know, however, just how petrified she was about the whole thing. But I could feel her fear. It was just, and I realized, okay, well, I too am scared. But one of us has to be, we got this. have to balance it out.
I was so afraid, and I was just like, oh my God, and I don't want to. But it's the wildest thing. They definitely run you through with what you need to do. As soon as they put you on, you realize, okay, this is really easy. And I'm going to be fine. And you really love it and enjoy it, even if there's also still some of that residual fear going on.
Yeah. Hey, just step into the fear, right? That is part of what provides such great transformation in this type of thing. Because of it being in the context of play and in a group, you're supported in walking through your fear. You're not just doing this by yourself and all of that. So here she had, a huge moment to walk through some fear, whereas if she were by herself or it wasn't in the context of play, maybe she wouldn't have done it. Walking through that fear became an amazing accomplishment. It was like, probably years of height-related stuff just dissolves like that.
Bob was like a little kid, and so in his power, in such a beautiful, open, playful way. I was like, Bob, look at you! He had this amazing smile, and he was in his body. It was really amazing to see.
And it did. It opened up a lot of the little kid in me. It was like really great to just reconnect to that, because I guess I didn't realize just how disconnected I had become until you reconnect with it and just go, oh yeah. And and so much of the trip was like that. It was just a reconnection to that playful side, because you're not surrounded by computers. We changed our environment. It helped tremendously. And I can tell you that in terms of fear and trying new things and being comfortable with things, this whole experience has changed my set point. It's like, because I ziplined and I swam with dolphins or pet manta rays, I did all this stuff that was way outside my comfort zone. Then it's like, well, now I've got a new comfort zone. We did all of this. We had a fantastic time. Our businesses were still here when we got back. And it shattered those beliefs, all those limiting beliefs about what was possible in terms of giving a gift like that to yourself. That's probably the greatest gift for me from the whole thing.
Wow, what a great experience to share with people. And so we're really, really excited that we get to bring back 20 people with us to enjoy being VIP, being just treated like royalty, having that space to be able to reconnect to the vision, us being able to meet with them along the way to set that context.
I think the key is it really is way more than just a vacation. And I think that part of what makes that true is the intention that we set.
Right.
So we set an intention for this to be a breakthrough experience for us.
Yes.
And so when we bring people back with us, that's what we're hoping to facilitate for them as well. Not just, hey, come and hang out with us at the beach, although we will be doing that.
Yes.
And plenty of time for playing and all of that.
And ukulele, he's bringing his ukulele. Shh. Sorry.
But there will be some, we're there to help facilitate transformation in any way that you want. So we'll be meeting, we'll be having, we'll be setting intentions together and visualizing together and all the stuff that is like what we do in the world in terms of our work in transformation, but in an environment of just play and space, as Linda said, lots of fun and connection. So we're just so excited to be able to share an experience that changed us so deeply, and make it so easy for people to join us.
We're all about transformation, right? So that's what we do. We want to be able to, our own transformation that we had to go through in life, we share within our work. We're also getting to do this within the retreat. Our own transformation that we experienced in our everyday lives, we want to share and bring that to those that would want to come with us.
Lynn and I both know from personal experience the voices that go off in your head when an idea like, oh, take a week off come up. It's like all the reasons you can't. You might come up with the money thing or the time thing or the convenience thing. And so what's great about this package is it's perfect timing. It's super cheap. We take care of everything. So there really isn't anything to think about except just getting to the airport. Because once you get to the airport, it's all handled. And we're going to be taking care of you, or you will be taken care of by the staff. You will be having fun. You will be well fed. You will be entertained. You will relax.
You'll be entertained because you're with us.
You will be transformed. Who would not want to hang out with this woman for 5 days?
Or this man. And when we were at the airport, leaving, of course, totally not wanting to leave, but I thought, I just want a souvenir that I can bring back with me and keep anchor in this experience and look at it. I saw this sweet little figurine, and I wish you could see the face. Maybe you can see the face, but it's smiling and just so full of life. I think it's a moon goddess or something. Not exactly sure. And she's
Here's the moon part.
And so we're so excited. We already have a handful signed up, another handful we know are coming, and then this limited space available. But we know too that that date is coming. It may seem it's far out enough in January.
I would just hate for it to be that people wait for whatever their reasons are, because the whole thing is that yes, the first reaction is to go, oh, I can't because whatever.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you want to do it, you might eventually figure out a way to do it, and then what the prices will have gone up because too much time has passed. That's what I don't want to have happen, is the people who were telling about this, well, let me think about it, and then the time, you're gonna do it, let's just do it now. Because it's not our call to raise the prices, that's just how it works at a certain time. So we just really, I guess, want people to just think from their, feel in with their heart rather than their head, and just say, do you want this experience or not? And if you do, well, let's do it, because there's so much fun to be had, and
transformation to be had.
Yeah, and there's just no reason to pay more or any of that.
And what an incredible way to start off the new year with intention. Oh my goodness, what an amazing way. Like, you know what? 2015 is gonna rock. And I'm gonna give this gift to myself. And from that place, life is gonna explode. So I'm so grateful for the gift we gave ourselves, and that we're able to give this for those that want to join.